out to them. They did win their game. It's funny how every time a team has something, going on like that they win. I mean, like with the coach, when their coach was out, they were winning. You know what I'm saying? So for them to win like that had to be icing on the cake at a time like that, know. So good for them. We wish them the best. The coach was in tears before the game. I couldn't imagine him standing there and help the situation. Yeah, and there was nothing he could do.
He was there when they got.
He was right there. I mean, he witnessed the suicide. I mean, that just has to be ridiculous. But he made it clear that it had nothing to do with his coach. He was appreciative to his coach. He thanked him for all of his support and all that he had done for him. It's just another thing, proof that money isn't everything.
I like it.
Just because. Well, they didn't say that. People quote the scripture wrong. It does not say that money is the root of all evil, people. All of y'all people out here that get this wrong, money is not the root of all evil. It said for the love of money is the root of all evil. But again, having money does not guarantee you that everything is going to be okay and that you're going to have a greater life.
It's just a tool.
It's just a tool to get you somewhere. Right. Oh, we want to now switch gears. Thank you for taking a moment with us to honor the life of Javon Belcher. We wish the best for his daughter. Happy holidays, guys, to all of you out there from SIBN Sports Radio and Television. We want you to know that we wish you happy holidays. And I'm not saying Merry Xmas. We are saying Merry Christmas. We're not going to take the Christ out of Christmas. Listen, Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you for your support of the show and for your support of SIBN Radio and SIBN Television. The Coach Corner is on 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The political rant is going to be on Sunday. This Sunday at 9 o'clock, you're going to be able to catch the Coach's Corner talking about political rants. So listen, we did the political rant about a week or so ago. And man, we had some serious discussions at the table because there's a lot going on in politics right now. So you want to check out the political rant. I promise you, we had some men that know what they're talking about. Stan the Man is actually one of the ones that was sitting at that table. And they had some great discussions with the coach about politics and what's going on in politics right now. And I know this week is not going to be any different because we got to talk about this cliff. This cliff is about to take me over a cliff. I'm sick of hearing about this cliff. But I know you guys are going to have an opportunity to talk about that. So again, from SIBN Sports, SIBN Radio and Television, we want to say a special thank you and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all of our supporters. Right, Stan?
That's right. Merry Christmas.
Shout it out. Listen, we want to also mention right now, I ain't the biggest fan of this guy. But we have to shout him out because this is a sports show. And his name is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has reached the likes of Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain. Let me tell you something. Last night, he reached 30,000 points for his career. Now, one of the things I have to say about this is this. Kobe was only 18 when he started in the NBA. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but he did start earlier than most. Am I right?
Right.
So it is fitting that he would, at this point, be there. I expect the same thing from LeBron James, don't you?
How old is Kobe now?
What, 30?
Okay.
Is he about 30 now? I think Kobe is around 30 now. So when you consider that he started when he was 18 years old, even if he's 30.
So that means that LeBron James has got a high bar to set at because he started at the same age.
That's my point.
Right.
So what does that tell you about where this boy is going to end up? Not to take away from Kobe. Happy for him. Good job, Kobe. Congratulations on your feat to be in the likes of Michael Jordan. I mean, the greatest of all times. I love me some Michael Jordan. My husband knows it, so y'all shut up.
Because we know Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar, yeah.
He had over 38,000.
Right. So to get to that level, it's really something to talk about. It's really something to be excited about. Happy for Kobe. Good job, Kobe. I will give you a shout out for that. I'll probably never do it again for you, Kobe, but that's okay. I'll do it today. Listen, the NBA is really hot right now. I want to say that the Hawks are not playing that bad right now. They're actually second in the Southeast Eastern Conference. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks. Keep up the good work, but they're right behind Miami. I mean, what do you say? You're playing against, you're behind the defending champs for the NBA.
Well, that's a high bar to set.
That's a high bar to set right there.
The Falcons, they're finally putting...
The Hawks.
The Hawks.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Falcons so much, yeah.
The Hawks are finally putting their whole team together now.
I know. That's the part that's exciting.
That's the most fun part about it.
I know. And I'm excited for the Hawks. Really am excited. I'm going to definitely get myself together so that I can get to some of their games. You got New York at 12-4. They're head of the Atlantic Conference. Again, Miami at 12-3. The Atlanta Hawks are at 9-5. Then you have Memphis at 12-3. Look at Memphis. San Antonio is at 14-4. Go San Antonio. Want to see them play well. And then you have Oklahoma City holding their own. They're still number one in the Northwest at 14-4. Wow. Go Oklahoma City Thunder, baby. You just want to see competition in the NBA. You don't want to see blowouts and all that. No. You want to see good teams playing well. Houston dropped to 8-8. So, we were talking about Harden's change and how him going to Houston was so good for him and all that. And I still think it's a good move for him because he had to do what he had to do. It's his financial life that he's taking care of, and we understand that. But his team has kind of went down a little bit from where they were, and Oklahoma is still where they are. So, you just look at it and you say, maybe there was right moves on every side.
Well, give them a chance to gel. Give them a chance to play together a little bit more. Okay? Right. The season just started.
Right.
We're only about maybe 12 games into the season.
Yeah. Actually 14 or 15. Yeah, they up there. Okay. So they still got a ways to go. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Listen, when we come down, we're going to have a rapid fire rundown for you so that we can talk about what's coming up in the week to come. And we want to thank you again for joining us here. I can't say it enough. Appreciate your support. Appreciate all that you do. Hold on to your seats. Don't touch that mouse. SIBN Sportscast, bringing you all of your news, sports, stats, and wins. We'll be right back in a second.
You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.
All right, SIBN Sports is back at you again. Your girl Clara Select. We want to do our rapid fire rundown on a couple of things here coming up this week. First of all, we want to talk about this big game that's going to be between Alabama and Notre Dame. Now, so far, Stan, the coaches poll says that Notre Dame will come out on top of Alabama.
I beg to differ on that.
Okay. So you think Alabama is going to step up to the plate here and they're going to play hard against Notre Dame?
Of course. They offensive back. Mm-hmm. He can't be stopped. Then you got, even though the defense going to play tough. Yeah. And they, both teams against Georgia, did real good. Defense is real good. Mm-hmm. But Alabama still had offensive line. Yeah. They can move people out the way for their back.
Gotcha. So you think that they're going to have the advantage with their backs for the line. The line is going to make it possible for the back to do what they need to do.
Yes.
All right. Well, that'll be interesting to see. I tell you, I cannot wait to see the game between Notre Dame and Alabama. See, I'm like this, Dan. I'm a little different from you. I like to see the underdog win. But in this game, I really don't want to see Alabama win because they beat Georgia. I know that ain't right. I shouldn't be talking like that, y'all. What do y'all think? Fans, supporters, I need you to go onto our fan page. We need to talk about this game. What is going to happen with Notre Dame and Alabama? Who's going to win that game? Who's going to win? Who's going to take it all? Go on the fan page and tell us what you think about that. Now, coming up this week, great games coming on for week 13 of the NFL. You got New York Giants going to Washington. That should be a great game. New York Giants are going to go to Washington with RG3. And, both teams have something to prove at this point, and I believe that's going to be a really, really great game. They're probably going to go back and forth for a little while. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. I will definitely be keeping my eyes open on New York Giants against Washington Redskins. We also have Denver playing Oakland. I don't see any problem for Denver to win that game. I definitely see Peyton Manning taking Oakland in Oakland. I call it.
I predict Denver will be taking that division.
You with me too? Denver's definitely going to win that one. You got St. Louis at Buffalo. You got Atlanta at Carolina. Now, you and I were talking about this game. Atlanta is going to Carolina. We noticed that Atlanta plays different when they play Carolina and the Saints. It's just something about those two teams because it's one of the big rivalries, correct?
Correct. One of the things I look at is that Carolina defensive line is a little matched up with the Falcons offensive line, and the guys are a lot heavier.
Got you.
So that's one reason. But I
that'll
still
make it a little tough for
them. Right. But I still say that on the defensive side, Atlanta will come out on it.
I got you. And the key, I believe, I'm with you, because if we can stop Cam Newton, which we need to do, we need to go after Cam Newton strong and hard, because you don't underestimate the power of Cam Newton.
Right. The defense is playing real well.
Yes.
They showed up to play, and they play in 4 quarters now.
And we need them to continue to play. I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to keep moving. Dallas at Cincinnati. I picked Cincinnati to beat Dallas in Cincinnati. The Bengals are not going to let you come into their house, Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo, and beat them. Now, unless Tony Romo just loses his mind and gets real crazy and passes really well and Dez Bryant catches really well, I do not see that happening. Okay, Tennessee at Indianapolis. New York Jets are going to Jacksonville. Nothing to talk about. Chicago at Minnesota Vikings. That will be a very interesting game.
Yes, it will.
I hope to see. I think Chicago will win, but I really hope that the Minnesota Vikings beat Chicago. That would be a great game. San Diego at Pittsburgh. You got Philadelphia going to Tampa Bay. Nothing to talk about. Baltimore at Washington. That is going to be a game to watch. Want to see what happens with RG3. The Ravens need to win this game.
Yes.
Because they lost against Chicago. They don't need to lose this game. They're at 9-3 right now. They need to win. The Baltimore Ravens may take this game because they need it that bad.
But I go with Washington.
Washington over Baltimore. I go with Baltimore over Washington. Miami at San Francisco. That will be interesting to see what happens with San Francisco this week. I want to see what they're going to do, if they're going to keep Kaepernick in the game or put Steve Smith back. Either way, I think that'll be a very interesting game, but I think San Francisco will come on top depending on who the quarterback is.
I pick Miami by 3.
Oh, go Stan. That's bold. And then you have the New Orleans Saints going to play the New York Giants. Oh, my God. Did you hear me? I said the New Orleans Saints are going to play New York. I picked New York to beat up on them Saints in New York. What do you say?
I picked New York to beat up on the Saints.
And we want them to, don't we, Stan? Yes, we Arizona is going to Cincinnati. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that game. Detroit is going to Green Bay, and Houston is playing New England. Boy, Houston is still playing really good, but it'll be interesting to see what happens against the New England Patriots. Boy, I can't wait. I'm going to be sitting right there watching Tom Brady to see what he does against the Houston Texans. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know. Are we done yet? Oh, okay. Listen. Before we go, listen. There's so much to talk about, but we need to hear from you guys, don't we, Stan?
Yes, we do.
We need y'all to go onto the fan page, to the Facebook fan page, SIBN Sportscast fan page. We need you to click like. We need you to talk. We need you to tell us what you think about the show. Input is so important, is it not, Stan?
It really is. We love input. We love input.
And the feedback helps us to continue to grow, correct?
Yes, because we want to put out what the listeners want.
Right, what they want to hear. right? And so far, so good. You guys have shown your support. You've shown your love. You've shown us what you feel about us, and we appreciate that. Again, you can find us on SIBN Sportscast, our fan page. We want to appreciate you for joining us this week. Thank you so much for all of your support, and we're going to wrap it up. Until next time, this is your girl, Clara Salette, on SIBN Sports Television and Radio.
See you.